and you're watching Pro Teaches Noobs. Ooh, is somebody talking about pros? Not that kind of pro. See you there.
Listen up, Pro Teaches Noobs. Today with me, Pika Shades.
Hey!
And today's going to be with the first of a two-parter as we're going over both Green Lantern and Flash Rebirth. And for Green Lantern Rebirth, I think we can start covering the rest of the Green Lantern Geoff Johns era. Since we did Secret Origins, I think it's kind of locks you in.
You. And I need to start. I have started working on the Secret Origin script also, but it's kind of on hold at the moment.
Right, because you still got Batman to deal with.
Yeah.
Yeah, but here we are starting off with Green Lantern Rebirth, the thing that truly launched Geoff Johns in his stratosphere. Yes, he had things like his early Marvel stuff, Stargirl, JSA. JSA really helped, but it was this that truly took him from being a recognized among comic niche to stardom.
Yeah.
Because say what you know, JSA, that was still a niche. It was like he well recognized. If you're in the comics, you knew he was. It was one of that level. Would you agree with that? Like that was that level of you would recognize him among comics,
not to mention,
but not mainstream.
Not to mention JSA was a ongoing as it was.
Well, and he also transitioned from the original creator, which was first David Goyer and James Robinson, then it was him and David Goyer, and then it was Geoff Johns taking over fully. So he didn't have as much of the.
I wouldn't call it stagnant, but it was something that was going slowly and not exactly. Yeah, not stagnant.
Growing pains.
Oh, yeah, that's better. That's better.
It was having growing pains because he was transitioning. Yes, he did Stargirl, but like I said, Stars and Stripes. But like I said, but that then was him progressing. But this, and then he did Teen Titans, which helped as well. But this is what would eventually launch him into mainstream. And first starting off with this Wizard preview. Doesn't get much more remote than this. When the Guardians first created the Green Lantern, this is just Kyle still. Remember, by this point, it's just and Kyle's around. John got his ring somehow. I forgot how. Guy Gardner is Warrior, and Hal is the Spectre after the events of Day of Judgment. But yeah, basically we see him across like this after the end of his Green Lantern book. Kyle went to explore the universe, the cosmos.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, so this is Sector 3599, and I hear 3600 is just an empty vacuum. Something wiped it out a long time ago. Already saying things up there.
Yeah.
Wait, just want to make sure that's what I think it is.
No, wait, it's a 5...
Wait, I'm just checking.
3599.
Yep.
Not 666.
Right. But I'm just checking. Hold on. Okay. So he's referencing an old story where it was, or at least what it used to say was a mad god what became so powerful that he was one with the universe and merged his essence with the entire system. There he remained dormant until its fellow inmate Sinestro awakened it. This was just in an annual story, so he's referencing that still. Again, showing Geoff Johns referencing even little things.
Okay.
Yep, wait, let me check. Who wrote this particular story? Was it... Oh, Steve Englehart. Okay. For one I thought, don't tell me it's Alan Moore. We'll get to that down the line. So on the outer edge of space, maybe the very edge, it's colder here, quieter, and darker. As we're seeing him stopping, nice polar bear, and you're gonna hear us praise EVS's artwork here.
No, it's guaranteed.
Yep. But yeah, even if I can't understand the thing they're saying, but then all of a sudden the ring starts to translate, and it never did before. Yeah. Only Johns could have translated because it was still the old ring. But now, just out of the blue, it's starting to translate. Something is reactivating all of the old features in the ring, and it's saying, Parallax is coming.
Oh.
Meanwhile, we see Hal taking more mortal form, interacting with them. Now, by this point, Hal had been trying to turn the Spectre from an agent of vengeance to a spirit of vengeance to a spirit of redemption.
Oh.
But clearly, he keeps fighting back and forth with it.
Yeah.
Including this point where it's like, a plane's about to fall, just like his father's. I have to help. This is not what we are here for. It is now. Saving this man is a waste of time. He would have been welcome into God's kingdom, reunited with his father. While here in Italy, a boy rides his bike through the night and is struck dead by a drunk driver. The murderer has been arrested and imprisoned, but that is not enough. He must feel his insides pop open as his victims did. His rotten soul must be crushed like the boy's skull. That killer will taste the vengeance of the Spectre. No! I won't be part of your sick and demented justice. I won't cross that line. The line you crossed when you destroyed the core, when you became Parallax. You are seeking redemption. You must continue to. You must help me fight it. Fight what? I don't believe in vengeance. I'm not you. We know you're us, Green Lantern, Parallax, the Spectre. We are one, and this union is for the good of not just us, Hal Jordan, but the universe itself. This pathetic, fear-filled universe. Nice preview, wouldn't you say?
Joo.
A very good preview.
Yeah.
Now we see that Kyle and the ship is crashing in. Guys find him. Have you lost your mind? I'm not going in there. You're restricted area. I don't want to get shot. The base has been deserted for years. All those stories about UFOs and Groom Lake, it was just the government testing stolen Soviet planes. They had so many, the pilots used to call it Red Square. You don't believe in UFOs? Do you? Boom!
Do you believe in UFOs in a world where...
Yep. So what kind of play is that? I don't know. Please, don't be afraid. You can't be afraid. Can't use it. Can't get it off. The ring, it's burned itself onto my flesh. It stays with me. They never go anywhere with this.
It probably got healed off somewhat.
Yeah, but they never acknowledge what I'm saying. You have to listen. Hey, let go! You have to tell them. It has a name. Kyle Rayner. I was the last of the Green Lanterns. It has and the first to know what fear really is. I just wanted to have a look around. It's still on the market, and I've been out here a lot lately. What can I say, Gil? I grew up on this airfield. Gil, as in Gil Kane.
Ah.
Now, this is the point when she's married. Of course, not going to last. I'll just say it right here. Reveals here she has a husband. She loves him. She's, and of course, this makes more sense because Hal's gone.
Yeah, people move on.
And she was like, maybe we could start a family. But then, once Hal's back, she then gets divorced.
And he just got turned into the Sorrow Lantern.
Well, no. This is different.
Aye.
You're saying about the current stuff, and that was when she was trying to just get into a Vegas wedding with someone else to try and on the night so she can be more cemented, and then realize, no, she truly does love Hal.
Huh.
No, Gil, we never see anything about Gil.
I always thought that the Sorrow Lantern was they big.
No. That's the current love interest.
Okay.
Or that she had.
Okay, enough wasted time. Moving on.
Yep, all right. I'm just trying to see if we ever did see this guy. Husband. Did it even acknowledge him? Gil Jones. Oh, he was introduced way back in issue 2000 as in Legend of the DC Universe, and he's only appeared in Spectre issues. When Hal was the Spectre.
Okay.
What is it about Spectre introducing or killing off stuff connected to Green Lantern? But anyway. But yeah, looking around, then I watched them take off every day. This is where he's already starting to introduce stuff about her character that Secret Origins would tap into. Of course, Hal Jordan's played. Meanwhile, still not sure why you think a baseball game is going to help him. And speaking of which, are we going to head down or float up here all afternoon? First inning's already started. Stop backseat flying, guy. I would if you knew how to fly with that thing. You point and glide like a frickin' ballerina. Just sink and the ring will take you. Stop trying to look good doing it. Trust me, there's only 2 people I've ever trusted in this world. I'm one of them, right? No, guy. Who? The kid? Kyle? Yes, Kyle. And Hal. I used to trust Hal. Our rings could be out of power. We could be trapped in the edge of the black hole facing off against Evil Star. But if I looked... That was one character Geoff Johns always toyed with doing, but they never did anything, and no one's really done much with Evil Star, aside from Morrison, but barely.
Harvin paikka.
What?
Too bad.
Yep. But if I looked Hal in the eye, and if he told me we were going to get out of it, I always believed him. I missed that look. Evil Star? You worried about a guy like Evil Star? That's not the point. Look, Jordan had stones. I'll give him that. But he wasn't nothing special. Then why are you here? You kidding? These seats are great. You missed the ring. Come on. You missed being a Green Lantern. Really? And what's your role as Green Lantern with the Justice League, huh? That's what he was by this point. He was just Green Lantern for the Justice League. You're just a good little soldier, Stuart. You let the Dark Knight tell you what to do. You never even challenge him. I know how it's run. I used to be in the League myself. The League isn't a dictatorship, and Batman's hardly calling the shots. That's what he wants you to think. When Jordan first gave you that ring, you had guts. You spoke your mind. You did what you thought was right. That's why you were chosen as a Green Lantern in the first place. Then you made a mistake, and you stopped trusting yourself. Had to look to others to lead you around. Referencing Cosmic Odyssey.
Uh-huh.
That's always going to haunt him.
Uh-huh.
You threw all your willpower into being an architect. And now all you think about is how things work instead of why things work. That's plenty, guy. Okay. But what I'm trying to say is you're dead wrong. I don't miss that ring. I don't miss the Guardians and their stupid rules. I don't miss always having to prove I'm the best one out there. I sure as hell don't miss being forced to live up to some higher code of universal ethics. My Valderian powers laced in my genetics. They brought me back from the brink of death, even during that interplanetary war crap. That and my meeting our world's at war. That and my good looks make me stand out on my own. They make me more than just another Green Lantern. I'm Guy Gardner, warrior. Screw the Corps. Elegant as always, honest as always. Here's another piece of truth for you. Hal's not going to show. He's not even human anymore. He's dead. He's a ghost. Literally. You're right, Guy. These seats and these are great seats. Jordan, where'd you? Sorry I'm late. I'm just glad you made it. It's been a long time since I did much of anything. I used to. I appreciate the gesture, John. Just wanted to let you know you still have friends. I do, pal. And acquaintances. Hey, beer guy! I used to love baseball. The Coast City Angels were quite a team back in the day. My dad used to take me and my brothers to every home game. I never forgot the Angels motto, carved into each one of their baseball bats. Aim for the stars. I need to tell you something. I'm sorry, do I know you? I need to tell you, I'm a sinner. Sheet, here we go. I'm embezzling money from the office, and I have been for years. I lied to my wife. I've committed adultery. What the hell's going on? Can't we just enjoy I cheated on my taxes! As much as I want to, I can't stay here, John. Spirit of vengeance. It won't give me a break anymore. Hell, wait, we can... And look at Guy. He's so like... I can't believe I just said that.
Yeah. It's another funny detail in the middle of all that. Okay, this is not exactly early EVS art, but the detail with all the details, it's just something small that you probably first time readers won't even notice it. Even now, you have to point it out.
Yeah. Oh, this one we have Mia as Speedy. She only just came back finally.
Oh.
Hurry it up, Mia. Just give me another minute. I've got to get my mask on before we go play Robin Hood. You see the spirit gum anywhere? If you don't know, that's what they usually put for the adhesive on faces.
Oh.
You know, that's why the mask stay on without a strap around. It's called spirit gum.
Yeah. I think the first time I ever saw it was in Morrison's Batman Robin, when Damian was shown taking off his mask.
Yep. Just got some video game news. Oh, Isolation is getting a sequel finally.
Oh.
Nice.
Yeah.
10 years since that game came out. Holy crap.
Oh.
Like, you remind me of Dinah. You know, Mia took it forever to put on those fishnets and that blonde wig when she used to have a blonde wig. Where are you? I know you're here, you little... You're down here, aren't you? My powered device can sense you. Well, now we know in Secret Origin that was Atrocitus' device.
Yeah.
I do like that idea. Explains why he never fully utilized it.
Yeah.
He didn't know how it worked.
Yeah, it was something that you need to learn by doing and using. And he probably didn't have much imagination and risk averse of trying to use it in different kind of ways.
Right. My power can sense you. You can't hide. You can't. Yes, you are. Oh, here. Oh, God, what a beautiful sight. All those years of relying on the ring to provide my weapon with power, when I should have just taken the ring itself. Ah! You picked the wrong damn house, Black Hand. Black who? One of Lantern's old losers, kid. And Ollie. Hell, speak of the devil. I've been wanting to come see you. I just hope it wouldn't be like this. Hold on, all right? Let's cut Black Hand. We can talk. I'd like nothing more, Ollie, but that's not what I'm here for. The Spectre must deliver vengeance. William Hand, you let your jealousy of your family's own success rot your soul. You have stolen that which is not yours. Countless times you have attempted to murder friends I care about, all in the name of gaining recognition from a family that doesn't love you. But in truth, your heart is as black as coal. No, please. Hell, what are you doing? Judgment has been passed. You will live up to your name. Black Hand. Ah! Don't move, Al. You really think our arrows are going to do anything? Quiet, Mia. It's getting harder to focus, Ollie. There's something wrong. None of this should have happened. This isn't me. This isn't who I am. My hand! Where's my hand? He's in shock. The wound is cauterized, but his hand turned to cold. The Spectre's sadistic sense of humor, but not Hal's. What is it, Ollie? What was this all about? Wasn't he like one of your best friends? Despite it all, he still is. Hal gave me this ring a long time ago. He said, in case of emergencies, break glass. This is referencing Brad Meltzer's run.
Oh.
A lot of this is from the Ollie stuff here is from Meltzer.
Oh. The Green Arrow run.
Yeah, well, at least the one arc. He only did one arc.
Uh-huh.
He was the one between Kevin Smith and Judd Winnick. He's the one who revealed that Ollie always knew that Carter was his son.
Mm-hmm.
That's
actually kind of
okay. That's the one where it was the whole idea.
Yeah, I know, but I have read that run more than once. Yeah. But for some reason, I just remember most of it when I think about it. I remember where it started and where it ended, and everything in the middle is kind of.
It was, to be fair, it was just a whole bunch of issue of the week, thing of the week. But I did like how it's the whole idea of taking the whole your porn buddies who will destroy your porn stash and everything. What if you died, and it was taking the idea but doing it for superheroes. I like that.
Yo, that's all right. Yeah, that I remember. He had
he had Shay do it.
Yeah, only had gone.
And Roy was pissed. Although she had a good explanation. If you're gonna do it, pick an immortal.
Yeah, and Shade is an immortal.
Yep, and I also like how Shade had said he had two exceptions. He said nothing that dealt with the ring and the league. Ain't nothing that dealt with the league and nothing that dealt with the cave or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, because he basically didn't. And I didn't love how at the very end he decides to have Roy be the guy, and he says, "P.S. The truck is yours."
Yeah.
But yeah, you sure you don't want a drink? It's on the house. Thinks anyway. At least the Yanks beat the Bo Sox. Hell of a game. Look, Maybe it's time for Hal to enjoy. It isn't time for Hal to enjoy life. Think of what he went through and what he actually did after Coast City. And the one true Green Lantern lost all of his marvels. Without him, it just feels like there's something missing. Like the universe is a darker place. You weren't active when it went down, John. Yeah, he had. I think his back was broken. I think you weren't there to see it. And Hal called himself Parallax. He went on trying. That's why he eventually then came back afterwards with the Dark Stars, and that's how he regained his legs.
Okay, thinking about it, the whole thing that I was about to think that he was still out of commission when with the whole because
by return and everything.
And return, but he was still active enough to approve of Eradicator, so that wouldn't make sense.
No. He's talking to John.
Oh,
John was the one that was off.
Yeah, okay.
Not Guy. Guy's talking to John, saying you weren't active when it went down.
Okay.
Because eventually John became a Dark Star, and Guy became Warrior.
Okay.
Yep. But yeah, Hal called himself Sumsarize everything. But the question of did he ever have it? He had it. And I love this end. We never saw eye to eye. And in case you're looking at history through rose-colored lenses, neither did the both of you. But I know if something bad happened, if something really bad went down in my life, he would have been here to back me up. You know what he would have done if he walked into my bar tonight? He would have picked out the most beautiful woman in the place, and in minutes have her wrapped around his finger like that ring of his. You were right, John. Hal was never afraid. And maybe there is something missing. Whatever. What's calling night? Guy, what is it? Skid's on fire. John, get out of here. Guy. Like, I don't know about this. All of a sudden, Coast City has just returned. Well, at least the layout. You know what I mean? All the roads, everything. No buildings yet.
It's being built by itself up.
Mm-hmm.
That's, by the way, I remember some years ago when EVS started his the comic artist Pro Secrets, and those early videos, he actually did some commentaries on these issues that he drew.
Mm-hmm.
I remember the one specific thing that he said about that, the way how he drew Guy was that to show it as grotesque as possible, to show that it's ugly and it's all being thrown away.
Which it makes sense given what's happening.
Oh.
This is like getting rid of it, even though his Warrior stuff was good. But yeah, we get stuff with Hector Hammond. This is just setups.
Oh
God, poor Guy. It's now all of a sudden it's rejecting it, and of course, Batman is starting to think that this is once they hear about the area is quarantined for now. Metamorpho has been able to find trace of any explosive or toxic element. The Justice Society is here as well. Now, just to remind us, this is Batman at his coming up on his peak paranoia by this point. And one thing, I would say this. People always felt Geoff Johns hated Batman. I don't think he ever hated Batman. I just think he hated Batman being the most perfect guy in the room.
Yeah, it's kind of a very extreme end of the whole, like I said, there's the fan worship, and then there's the
Creator
not liking the fan worship, but then there's also the whole in the middle of recognize the flaws, balance them out, and see what makes the character compelling.
Yeah, but it's just like he's never, except for Batman Earth 1, but he's never properly written a proper Batman mainstream Batman story. So he never got to see it, but all this is always a case of trying to take Batman down a peg, but he never hated Batman.
That's all.
But yeah, I'm worried about this, Genie. Hal tried his best. Unfortunately, Hal's statue is the only thing that didn't get destroyed. So you have that. You have what happened to Guy. You have Coast City. And there they say it's like everything. It's a road, street signs, stoplights. It's like a blueprint. There's only one building. And there's only one building. Hal's old apartment. Like, you don't think Hal did it, do you? Yes, Flash, I do. And you, of all people, shouldn't be surprised. Coast City, Guy Gardner could be the warning signs. Guy Gardner, could the warning signs be any clearer? I'm beginning to suspect that Hal's whole jump from Parallax to the Spectre was part of a bigger plan. He had power as Parallax, but as the Spectre, if he could tame the spirit of vengeance, he can be close to unstoppable. I find it highly unlikely Hal was searching for more power. He was searching for redemption. He's changed since his days as Parallax. I don't think Hal Jordan ever changed, John. Hal always had an ego. He never worried when things were and came crashing down. He never prepared. He just flew in. Damn the consequences. We should have known back then. A man like him couldn't be trusted. A man like him. Enough! What? John! No, I am tired of this. I am tired of the disrespect Batman slings Hal's way. You've always had a thing against him, haven't you? And I finally see why. Hal is the one person in this world that didn't buy what you're selling. Hal was the man without fear. And what is the Batman when you're not afraid of him? Just a man. Rate it in, John. As much as I hate to see it or even admit it, Hal isn't the same guy we used to know. I just saw him sever a man's hand. He said none of this should have happened. I don't know what he means, but good God, is that Bess Gardner? This is a strike 3. Face facts, John. The real Hal Jordan is back. He's bringing the past with him. Where do you stand on how Batman's acting here?
Could be at the time as it was supposed to build up to the way how he was going.
Well, I don't know if they had Infinite Crisis. No, they did have Infinite Crisis ready by this point. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
well, it's gonna be there, but
yeah, but
I don't think Bruce and Hal were that.
They were never that close.
Yeah, that goes.
But still, though, I do feel it's a case where he sometimes lays it on thick. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah.
But I notice Superman's balling up his fist. Oh, and then there's Carol, and then chink, 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 chink. All the planes restore. Hal, hello, Carol. And that was just the first issue.
Whoa! I thought there was it broke in earlier or at some point.
No, that was all the first issue. That was a lot for that first issue.
Oh.
But what did you think about that for the starting point?
Yeah, it kind of showcased the status quo, talking about what had happened in the past, and now it started. And the train started moving in the. I don't know. That's as a metaphor. The train is moving with this kind of passengers.
Yep, and something is. We don't know what's going on yet, but something is. Something is causing Hal to be this way.
Yeah.
We don't know what yet. We absolutely have no idea what yet, but it's bad. And we know from the preview, Parallax is involved somehow.
Yeah.
But yeah, so meanwhile, yeah, we see about the planet Oa and everything. Someone is flying off to find Kyle. Meanwhile, we see those guys here trying, they're trying to help him out, but he is in rough shape, very rough shape.
Yeah.
And by the way, just to point out something, you were a bit off when you saw it about because I went back over this actually. You were a bit off about Hal being infected by Parallax during Emerald Dawn, but we'll get to that.
Okay.
But yeah, we see, of course, good to see you, Carol. 5 minutes ago, these time cats and all the others were rusty piles of junk. The concrete cracked and overgrown. Now, I do like this. You remember when we first met? Of course, it was my first week on the job. So, of course, like, watch it, Flyboy. My father didn't take kindly to Pilot's flirting with his girl. Referencing the original comics, but they say, no, Carol, the first time. The time we never talk about.
Oh, yo, that's the.
So this is what they retconned it as being their first time. Yeah. Which, where do you stand on that? That this is being one of those retcons of that.
I'm trying to think about. It makes sense.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
If it was a Ferris airline, why wouldn't she be there?
Yeah, especially she's
Especially when it's just to show off. It was just to show off. It wasn't like,
Oh.
it's not like anyone obviously knew this was going to happen. And then, of course, obviously, although I'm not sure what I prefer. Do you prefer the more smug, like my dad owns the blade, that Ivan Rice did?
It's kind of a maybe it fit better as she was a kind of a snobbish character, a small child in that sense, before she was forced to grow out of it.
Right. But I'm saying compared to the artwork here, I mean, granted, we don't see as much of a close up.
Yeah.
Sorry, just I'm sending an email. So, yep. But yeah, of course, we already know how this happened. Boom! But I do love this detail. Dad gave me his jacket to hold on. He always said you could read a man's integrity by the way he wore his jacket. He had it on high. He had it high on his shoulders, close to his neck, but open, ready to offer to anyone who needed it more than him. I hope one day it would be mine. I wished for it. Like, I swore I'd never let go of this jacket, and that I'd always wear it right. I like that!
Yeah. That's actually recontextualizing what was in Emerald Dawn, and
but adding another layer to it.
Yeah.
Like, we never really talked about your father, not even when we were together. Referencing again that this. Okay. Yes. But I mean, yeah, granted, here, but like I said though, this being, yes, he's acknowledging this is a retcon. It's a little clunky, but it does make sense. At least he's acknowledging where's all this coming from. But it was always there, the big elephant in the room, more like a T-Rex. That's why my dad tried to keep you in the simulator on the ground. He didn't want another death on his conscience. Now this gets contradicted. I mean, this matches where how things were before Secret Origin. This matches up with that.
Yeah, maybe the
because it does match up how he was in Emerald Dawn.
But there's also
as far as we know,
it takes place before Infinite Crisis, and Infinite Crisis did throw some loops into the continuity, so that would probably justify rewriting some parts.
Yep. But yeah, the day my father died, I learned about sacrifice. I learned that sometimes you can't trust those in charge. Sometimes you have to question the authority. And that's what I have to do now. Everything I've done these last few years, I'm not proud of, Carol. I hate it. But something happened. And it goes beyond the nonsense with the Spectre. Somebody's been clouding my judgment, making me doubt the world and myself, making me afraid of my own actions, my own willpower. And that's not me. I need to find a way back. Back to where? Back to who I was. Now, you know what I think this is referencing? During Identity Crisis, there was a point where Ollie asked Hal, when are you actually coming back? I'm working on it.
Yeah,
of course, that was more of a meta response, leaning on the fourth wall.
Yeah, obviously. But in universe, it meant
it probably was something like this.
Yeah.
I used to wonder how something so small. Oh, hold on. Last interruption. Don't worry. Last interruption. Just got my PTN going, so just trying to get it all ready.
Oh, yo.
Yeah, hit girl.
Wow, 30 minutes have gone this fast.
I know. I'm trying to speed it up.
Oh.
Because I love this story so much.
Yeah.
So yeah, just let me get this taken care of. Yeah, that was fun. I got. This is going to be one of the others I'm going to keep in the can, obviously, until I do 450. Yeah. I got to figure out when to do that.
Sometime
soon, right? Maybe this weekend or something.
Joo.
Okay, be right back. Or
Huh.
what the heck?
Huh.
But anyway, but I used to wonder how something so damn small could be so damn powerful. Then I got to know the man who wore it. Back in the day, Hal could have saved the bat and the world with a box of matches. um, Though there was this time when he was trapped in a cave of gold on Jupiter's moon, and another when he was blinded by mustard. They don't still have that problem with Yellow anymore, do they? Not since the original central battery was destroyed. When did Hal give you the ring? Years ago on the road. So I doubt the Guardians would have approved. Testy little elves. And for being the oldest living beings in the universe, they're a tad on the naive side. When you're watching everything from this high up, you're going to miss the details. It's why I've never liked being based up here. I felt too far removed from what's important. I could charge the ring for you. I don't want to use it, John. Hell, I'm not even sure I can. I held on to Hell's ring once before, and I could barely get the glow. You won't have to use it. Batman's wrong this time. It happens. I know, John. I've got him. Oh, Zatanna's helping. The Spectre's at Ferris aircraft. Of course, yeah, like his soul has been grafted into one of those powerful mystical forces in existence. It's hard not to feel his presence. Keep your eyes on Guy Gardner, John. We're going to talk to Hal, and I'm hoping that will be enough. Hoping is what you do best. And before you tear into me again, Stuart, that was meant as a compliment. It might be better if you stayed with Manhunter and Dr. Midnight Queen. I'm not a nurse. And if things go bad for us down there, who leads everyone else in? Who knows Hal as well as we do? I'm just trying to prepare for the worst. Okay, this is a bit more reasonable. Would you agree with that?
In the sense of...
Well, he's yes, he's still being a jerk.
Yeah, and somewhat paranoid, but he is but properly in the sense of, okay, if worst comes to be, then there needs to be a backup, and it shows that he trusts Oliver.
Yeah, because he knows that he's the only one. Oh, woo! Dude, get this. Jim Lee and Jeff Loeb are returning to the ongoing Batman title in March and April. Loeb is really making a return to DC.
Yeah,
I say welcome. That he was always at his best at DC.
Yeah.
Always.
Joo.
Yeah, I just read that. I'm like, ooh.
Yeah, from
first last Halloween, and now they're probably doing that follow-up to Hush.
Yeah.
Remember, they teased that.
Yeah.
Which I'm surprised that Lee is willing to do it. I thought he was saying he was stepping away from ongoings.
Yeah, that's...
Maybe
that is the drive that pulled him in.
Maybe. But anyway, back to this. But yeah, we need to talk to Mr. Terrific. You need the rest, Dad. Your fever is getting worse. So yeah, again, there's still, he feels there's something off. I'm only connected to Green Lantern Corp in name. My ring is based on magic, not science. But I still feel a sense of responsibility to them and the Spectre. Because, he was a JSA member.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Hal, I'm married. I love my husband, and I'm happy with the life I had. I know, and I'm glad. Marriage. It was never even an option in my head. But if anyone could have made me settle down, it would have been you. You're called. Am I? Jordan, what are you doing here? Talking to a friend. What's wrong? Do you need help, Batman? We need to ask you some questions, Hal. An hour ago, every road, street sign, and your apartment building reappeared where Coast City used to be. Guy Gardner and suffered some kind of meta-human hemorrhage. He exploded, taking part of a city block with him. Guy, is he all right? What did you do to him, Hal? What did you do to Coast City? I fixed this airfield for Carol, but that's all I did today. Back to fixing things, Jordan. Batman, shut up! And Guy was right. I'm just a good soldier, and it's time to stand out again. It's time to voice my opinion, loud and clear. John, what are you doing? Stop this now! Even the strongest of structures have their weak points, Superman. Kryptonite in his eyes. Ow!
Kryptonite, or it's just
hit him in the eye. But then all of a sudden now he's trying to get like, we are the Spectre, and this fight is not ours. Vengeance called. Victims cry for justice. Let me go. The Spectre is needed elsewhere. Let go. Parallax is coming. All of a sudden then the ring that Ollie had splits. This I feel is a bit of a butt pull, but there weren't any other extra rings to do this. And Guy's ring was destroyed, and so was Hal's original.
And Johns would do this again when with the new 52 when Sinestro became a Green Lantern again, and he created new rings for Hal and everyone on Korugar.
That's true, but still though. But this was a little bit of a stretch at this.
Oh.
At this moment, I mean.
Yeah, in that sense.
I just realized it went on his middle finger.
Yeah.
Of course it did.
Well,
it's Guy.
Most people wear rings in their middle fingers.
Or their ring, but for Guy, it makes sense, doesn't it? He would flip the bird with the ring finger, with that finger.
Yeah, and
you know what they say, Johnny boy? Beware my power. He's gotten his ring back.
Yeah.
But I've noticed, thanks to losing all that, he's now back to his more normal build. Because obviously the warrior build is what had him jacked.
Yeah.
Parallax is coming. What does that mean? It's a warning. It has a name. The weakness. The impurity. Then Kilowog is back. Now, he came back from the dead during Kyle's run. But yeah, basically all of the Green Lanterns, except for Kyle, that are affected by the impurity are being controlled by their fears. Come on, you boozers. Let's make this easy. Use the ring, Kyle. No! I said use it! But then Gansett shows up with the body of Hal from the center of the center that Kyle had brought, which is like, but wait, did it burn up in the center of the sun? We then find out the energies preserved it. So instead of being burnt up, it was still kept alive. But the body of Hal Jordan is under the Guardian's protection. Again, there's a lot crammed into this.
Oh.
But yeah, do not ignore my request, Kilowog. Lower your ring. What was yours, Guardian? What was yours, Guardian? Is mine. My core, my fellow Guardian, my purpose. I shall relinquish nothing. And giving us a good reminder of how powerful the Guardians really are.
Oh.
To be fair, we rarely ever saw the Guardians get involved like this.
Yeah.
Although we did know they were powerful from stuff like Appa Aliapsa, the Mad Guardian from the start of Gerard Jones's run.
Yeah. And
in fact, you do know Appa was the guy that went with Ollie and Hal, but it got retconned to being Gansett.
Yeah, I know that story.
Yep. So yeah, obviously everything's going crazy. Just a sec. Last interruption, I hope.
Right.
Come on. I'm sorry, man.
Yeah.
It's work. It's work. I can't help it.
Understandable.
I know.
You know that
I know. I know. We're probably just going to just get through this one then at this rate.
Yeah.
I thought we'd be able to get both, but I didn't realize I would just be going on about this so much.
Hmm.
I mean, unless I speed through it, unless I speed through the rest. So just give me
Okay.
one moment to send this. Yep. But you can still talk about what you're thinking about this so far, because again, this sets up a lot of interesting stuff that, of course, we now know, but you know.
Yeah, kind of the something I think I should have brought it up. The whole thing where John is defending Hal's honor from Batman and smearing him. That's something that I think is a panel that should be used more in the most recent days, because the whole thing that when people are talking about don't use Hal, use just John who's better than in the if the way how John is used to defend Hal and see that they're all equal and just as good standing together. It's a more positive message to show that than to say that this one is the best and everyone else is worse.
Right, exactly. But yeah, so and I agree with that. And in fact, later on, with Sinestro, Kyle, and Hal, we get another moment there, because Brad Meltzer put it best. This book could have just paved over Kyle to prop up Hal, but no, this was about expanding and rebuilding. It was a rebirth.
Yep.
I know, John. What's wrong with you? Where have you brought me, Spectre? Why? What is? Get a nice reminder of his old apartment, everything. Who did all this? Who brought it all back? You did, Jordan. We did. So yeah, basically he's trying to explain to him about, like I said, how his son, his body was preserved and everything. We need to protect Hal Jordan's body. His soul may yet save it because it's still with the Spectre. Willpower's our only weapon. Guy Gardner happened, kid. Where have you been? They've been trying to get you in the horn all. Hell, is that Hal? Oh, and what is the hell's going on? I think you better sit down. Yeah, this is where we're going to find out the truth finally. One, Hal was, and the Spectre did not join with Hal just to redeem him. He merged with him to purge Parallax, thinking he could do it.
Because Parallax was not just in the possessing him by the body, but just the soul included.
Exactly. But yeah, and this is where we find out all the truth and all that. So down. What are you talking about? The power that flows through our rings. It's not just light, Oliver. The central power battery the Guardians made, it collects willpower from every living being in the universe. Raw emotional willpower converted it to energy, amplified by our own 1,000,000 times over. There's an emotional electromagnetic spectrum. Again, funny that it took him this long to come up with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is where we find about Parallax.
Yeah.
Now, where do you stand on the design? Him being this bug creature. I mean, it's better than a cloud, of course.
Yeah, it's the. I think the bug form works, but this kind of how many did they have? Did this design get redesigned to look better representative of it?
I think so.
Yeah, but otherwise, I'm thinking about God. It's supposed to be it's supposed to be fear, but it's also using fear by knowing what fear feels like and utilizing against it against others by making them also feel fear.
Exactly.
Because it's not like you are the one who's afraid. It's everyone who's afraid of you.
Exactly. And that's exactly what Hal's been feeling. But yeah, they basically reveal that someone had activated. Basically, that Parallax had been dormant, and then someone reawakened it, and it chose Hal. So this had nothing to do with him going into into the battery. Ganta thinks that the tendrils leak through his ring, trying to take hold. And this is also where he explains about the gray hair.
Yeah.
Because originally it was done because they wanted Hal to be on the older side. But Geoff Johns is now saying, oh no, Hal's still a young guy.
Yeah, not that old, but...
Yep.
Or not that young or not that old, but something somewhere in the middle.
Yep. Sorry, work is calling. Just 1 sec. 1 sec. Let me just go on mute.
Okay.
Okay, they're not going to bug me for a while now.
Okay.
This time I do mean it. This time I really do mean it.
Hopefully.
But yeah, so basically this whole notion was, Mongo after Coast City, that's what let Parallax in, which also explains why it was so drastic. Granted, it was kind of a change of writer, obviously. But it also gives them more of an explanation of why he went from starting to handle it to, I need everything. Would you agree with that? That explains a lot.
Yeah, because
if you ever read the original story, that's how it happened.
Yeah, like he had something on the back of his mind that was whispering him suggestions.
Exactly, and that's what happened. Hal became afraid, and that's where we get the summary of everything that happened. But once he went in there, he fully merged with Parallax then. Because that's what it was. He never merged with them until he destroyed the battery. But I also like how this also explains why Kyle never had to deal with Yellow.
Because Hal took the Yellow out of there.
Now, of course, originally it was implied because he didn't know. He was never told about the impurity, and it was always a mental block. But here, I kind of prefer this better.
Yeah.
The mental block thing is fine to a point, but it can only take you so far. Having it actually really exist makes more sense.
Yeah, it would be a weakness that you don't know about, and then helping you get over it by not knowing it's there.
So now they all know, and this was revealed that Spectre did again, trying to do it, but unfortunately Parallax was too powerful for even him.
Yeah, well, there's the Spectre Spectre is God's vengeance,
but even he knows fear. Even he knows fear.
Yeah, so if we go by power scale ranking.
Well, it's not. I don't even think so much. He's more powerful, but I think it's also playing off the emotions. Like through the emotions, he's more powerful.
Okay, let's go with that.
Because we know Parallax is not more powerful than the Anti-Monitor.
Yeah.
And yet Spectre can rival him.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I think that it's through his emotions he's more powerful. Because as we know here and in Day of Vengeance, that the Spectre can be manipulated without the host, even without the host.
Oh.
Yep. And then someone starts attacking him. And of course, the damn Guardians put Parallax in the power battery. Why didn't they? They were destroyed before they even knew what happened. And against it, when I went to Oa to confront him about this, he thought Parallax purged him of his memories when he was freed. That's crap. Which is true, and he even tried to claim later that. Right? But, I do like it. Could be one or the other, but they leave it vague enough. Why did this impurity? Why did Parallax strike hell out of the thousands of Lantern of Corps members? And if this monster was sleeping, who the hell woke it up? And there's Sinestro, back for the first time since Emerald. I think properly since Emerald Twilight.
Yeah.
And it was revealed he never really truly died because he's an alien. Cracking his neck doesn't guarantee he's going to die.
Yeah, the alien design, it's not the same. And EVS really also took this design and completely overhauled it for when Sinestro Corps was.
Yeah, here it's too pointy of the mustache. I mean, I like it, but I'll be honest, I prefer Ivan Rice's take. But yeah, Kyle Rayner. You should have let it burn out, meaning not being the torchbearer.
Yeah.
You're dead, Sinestro! You'd be amazed at the constructs Parallax is capable of. I tortured Jordan with many of them. My death is... So actually, he didn't even die. That was a construct to push him over the edge.
Knowing how... Eventually, Johns would have showcased how great of a Green Lantern Sinestro is. That
He hasn't gotten there yet.
they could have created an existing construct that didn't have the excessive green glow and what looked like
Exactly.
realistic.
Green Arrow, the fool's friend. Sinestro, the egghead egomaniac. I like your mustache. Think about trimming mine. Who's your barber? You wear his color, the color of willpower. I despise it. I would say here, it's not where we're going to have Geoff Johns at his peak with Sinestro, but it's starting.
Yeah.
Like, this is the transition, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, or early installment weirdness.
I won't even go that far. It feels like he is still being Geoff Johns Sinestro, but he's, again, transitioning. Like, Sinestro hasn't gone there yet. He's still... Johns is not overwriting what came before. He's trying to acknowledge, unlike when he did the past, this is him acknowledging current Sinestro, and eventually Sinestro is going to go back to how he used to be. So right now it's acknowledging, like the last we saw Sinestro, where he was this egomaniac.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Spectre, your cries for vengeance against me fade, and Hal Jordan's soul no longer poses a threat. Keeping him content no longer concerns me. The charades are over. Oh, but then the Guardian. The memories you stole from me are mine again. Lies! You forgot nothing. You allowed for this to happen. Without chaos, without evil in the universe, you have no reason to exist. Okay, that I don't buy. Not for Gansett, anyway. Hey, run! Looks like you got us into another fine mess. I was always surprised the Munchkins survived as long as they did. Shut up and burn him, guy. Burn Gansett and anyone that tells us what to do. You put fear into my points of light. Let them be free of your filth. So now they're back to normal already. Same with Kilowog.
Yeah.
You have made many an enemy in Sector 2814. They gather. You think I cannot handle 3 of your core members, Guardian? I speak not of my appointed representatives, Parallax. I speak of them! Awesome!
Yeah.
Batman looks awkward!
Joo. It's not actually his... Yeah, Raven is kind of how Batman would come like... And Batman's kind of...
Yeah, this is the case where it's like, looks like he's going to miss him.
Yeah.
Doesn't it look that way? It looks like he's going to go swing right past him.
Yeah.
But yep, I've never felt this before. Every time Sinestro strikes, my body rots from the inside out. My blood turns to poison. John tried to explain it to me more than once. What's it feel like to have a yellow weakness? A crack in the armor, he said. And Guy swore it was good for the pain threshold. I used to laugh at it. Yellow? What could that do? The ring was never meant for an alley rat like you. I was like that. Him calling Kyle an alley rat. You were never supposed to be a Green Lantern. I'm still a Green Lantern. Now, of course, he actually Ollie charted up the ring. Don't think I can't hear you, Green Arrow. You're wasting your time. Leave the kid alone. Your will is cynical. It is useless to use the ring. You drove Hal mad. But basically, yeah, we find out Sinestro was the one who did it. Why did they go after Hal? Because Sinestro pointed Parallax in that direction. He's the one who woke him up.
Yeah, would we see? If we still go by the way that Johns had them properly be friends with the secret origin.
Oh, yeah, it was about due to the betrayal.
Then the betrayal would have been such
Fresh
a hard thing because in Sinestro's mind that he would pay back this way.
Exactly. Now on your homeworld, the very memory of Hal Jordan is spit on by its heroes. He shares my pain. I love that! That is brilliant!
Oh.
He made Hal the pariah that Sinestro was on Corrigar!
Oh. Yeah.
That's so simple.
That
is so simple.
Yeah, true eye for an eye.
Yeah, but that is so simple for Geoff Johns to give an explanation. He has no one left that believes in him. No one to help him. Yes, he does. Ah! Is that all you have, Earthman? If that's all your pitiful will can accomplish, explosive arrow! And
Oh.
I owe you one. Consider us even. I don't know if I could ever use that thing again. Feels like I haven't slept for days. Hard to think. I'm exhausted. Forcing your willpower in that wing, asking to give your thoughts life. Is that what it's like? Every time. Damn. I also like that!
So do I. This is something that you could actually explain that if someone gets
Why
the
not
Green
everyone
Lantern
can
ring,
do it?
like an unchosen wielder gets it, there are these protective measures to prevent the unauthorized usage.
Or in this case, just the simple basic use of it. It's too much for everyone. Not everyone can be a lantern.
Yeah, not everyone, but still, if someone who doesn't have the authority against it, it would give him extreme pain. Like for example, I took this concept and in the if we could ever go the Pokemon Batman crossover where I thought where they went where when Batman had to fight against Dawnbreaker, take his ring and do the Green Lantern oath. And he just barely managed to overpower, but after everything had been done, just ripped it off from himself because.
Yeah. Now let's be honest though. Ollie's will was never the strongest. Courage, yes. Will, Would you agree with that?
Yeah, Hal is that cynic.
Now I will say this. I love this. The statesman. I tried to take you too, but your powers differs from ours. Nonetheless, your heart will be mine. I like that stating because there were moments in that era where Alan started to show more fear, more nervousness. Oh, but Hal is still fighting through it. And chose the wrong soul to corrupt. Spectre! Only vengeance. Help me! Ah! So he actually separated them. A man will be murdered. A new host will be born. This doesn't go anywhere, of course. Because all that matters is that Spectre is now hostless.
Yeah.
But yeah. Now, did you know originally, who Parallax was originally going to join with? Batman.
Well, that makes.
He even said that to Batman. He senses no, we don't. We're going to get that in a moment. But instead he chose Ganson instead.
Yeah, Batman would be like way too obvious choice.
It would, but still, that was the original pitch idea. But of course, thanks to Ganson, before he's taken, he guides Hal's soul back to his body. And I love it. I won't. Hal, Abin, you took control of Sector 2814 after my death. The ring chose you for a purpose. You will overcome great fear. Son, Dad, you wear it right, son. Now fly home. And the ring goes from Ollie back on to Hal. And his hair returns back to normal. Sinestro, get the hell away from them. Again, this is an epic return.
Yeah.
And this is how you do retcons or fixes. This is how you do fixes. I want to say retcons. This is how you do fixes.
Yeah, you acknowledge what has come, and you can probably reframe something, but not rewrite over, but reframe that something happened like off camera, and that helps it be seen.
Stuff that fit, but as long as you make sure it fits within the character, like Sinestro with Parallax making a believable construct, so Hal can go over the edge. Makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, when I was first recorded, I was told, "Do not challenge those more powerful than you." Yeah, that's not gonna work with me. Funny stuff. He's lecturing me. But like always, but I can't hear him. Sinestro's too close enough for my ring to translate. Not yet. Ring power check. Power level at 99.4. I don't hear any voices. And nothing inside screaming, you cannot do this. For telling me to go and find myself. No more soul-searching road trips. I am Hal Jordan. Oh! The soul-searching and everything was Parallax slowly chipping away!
Yeah, I just... Also, it hit me too right now.
Duh! Oh my gosh, and yet it doesn't take away from it.
Reframing of what is.
But it doesn't take it away.
Yeah, reframe what's not shown on the camera.
But and it doesn't put it in a negative light either.
Yeah.
Yep. And then you took the oath too seriously. You abandoned it. Like the oath abandoned me. You all did. When you ripped Koragar from my hands, you left it in chaos. Now this is where we're getting closer to the Sinestro we would get from him.
Oh.
Kat Matui could not replace me. No one can replace me. Koragar's true protector will have his justice. You wanted vengeance against me, against the core. I don't believe in vengeance, but you did. You were vengeance, pure vengeance, and you're a murderer. I made you a murderer, Hal Jordan. Sinestro wants complete control over everything and everybody. What Sinestro can't control, he destroys. Okay, that is describing pre-character development Sinestro.
Yeah.
Oh, this is where we get that bit.
Yeah.
Yep, never.
Yeah.
I think. Would you say this was? Remind me. This is close. Yeah, this is definitely. No, wait. This is not representing Emerald Dawn, right?
No, this is.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, this is from Secret Origin. I was raised to redrew it.
Yep. Never question a superior officer. Never challenge those more powerful than you. Yeah, that's not going to work for me. It never did. But whatever Parallax pushed me to do, it was still my hand that did. I also like that. They don't take it away. He still did it. Parallax did not fully control him until recently. Everything was Parallax's influence.
Yeah, it's like push and did it everything himself. There's a direction. Walk
exactly
the way if you want.
Yep. I contacted Parallax. I influenced it as I influenced you. It will consume your home world, Jordan. You will fail your sector. And when I finish with Kyle Rayner, I'll kill, and then I'll finish with Kyle Rayner. I'll kill that early rat. Kyle held the torch when no one else could, and when no one else did. When no one else could. Raider's a fool. No, you will respect him. See, that was to the Heat fans. You know, Hal's Emerald Enforcers. Damn straight. And then look what Kyle did. And that would leave a scar.
Yo, I remember. It's in the opening of Sinestro Corp.
Yeah. We never see it again, but I do like that. Jordan, Sinestro. His ring cracks. Reality bends. Like, Jordan, welcome back. As he heads back to the antimatter universe. And I loved it. Like, the antimatter universe. It's where he was first banished, where his ring is forged. Tracking him now will be next to impossible. The bastard's still laughing. Can't worry about that. We're not done. But first, let's do this right. Hal Jordan, Kyle Rayner, thanks. I only wanted to help, which is why the ring picked you. Parallax is loose on Earth, but Oliver is alive. Martian Manhunter and the others are awake. Made sure they were okay. Then I followed your trail. Come on then, Kyle. Duty calls. Wait. You know I'm not like the other Lanterns, Jordan. I'm not a guy that can overcome great fear or whatever. Fighting from one end of the universe to the and to the other, risking your life to help someone who everyone else wrote off, facing Sinestro one-on-one and living to talk about it. What do you think you've been doing, Kyle? Hiding under your drawing board? Again, he just tells him, what are you talking about, kid? That's all you need. Basically, just say, like, where's the self-doubt coming from? And tell us what he did, and then tell him, what have you been doing? What do you think you've been doing? Like, recontextualize things.
Yeah. And it will also be one of some of those that, Kyle is still good enough to stay with us and going forward, and not give the torch back. And
yeah, again, they could have killed him. They could have just paved him over, but they didn't. I love this. And yet, I sense a worshiper, a disciple.
Yeah.
Polish off your rings and stand together. Hal, and Kyle, Jordan, how the hell did? I'll explain later, and Gardner. First, we take out your frustration on Parallax. Light them up. Then listen for then listen for fear. Remember fear. Remember fear, and you can shake off Parallax. Remember fear? What kind of new science crap is that? He's right, guy. It's how I skated through. What's the plan? We'll figure our way up. Jordan! As long as I'm standing, you're not doing anything. Really, Bats?
Not really, everyone else just standing and letting it happen.
I mean, how did they get there? Not. Oh, but look, he just like, I want an explanation, Jordan. Figure it out. What the hell is it doing? It's infecting everyone but us. Riots are breaking out in Los Angeles. Panic cops are trigger happy in Star City. Images are flickering in front of my eyes like a subliminal slideshow. Jordan, we're not done. Boom! Right now we are. Let's go. Did you see that? One punch. You know how I've always liked you. Shut up, guy. Batman, arrogant as ever. We need to regroup and take on Parallax ourselves. Damn! Hal knows what he's doing. Let the Corps handle this one. I like that.
Yeah, Alan would have the authority over the.
And look at Jay. Look how ticked Jade is.
Yeah, yeah, like she do as I do and listen and
listen to my dad.
Yeah.
Yep. I'll have. We can't just rush it without a plan. We're plan, Hal. I'll have one by the time we get there. But do you trust me, John? Yeah, I do. Gansett said preparations were made on Oa for Parallax, but he didn't say what that meant. I could guess our rings all have a connection to the central power battery. It's how we tap into the AI and how Parallax got to me in the first place. We open that connection, we send him back into the battery. It's going to be like putting a tornado in a beer bottle. Oh, don't sound so hard. Just give us the word, Hal. I'll spit on your souls. That looks, I just realized in that moment, it looks like one of the Deadites. Right?
Yeah.
I'll swallow your souls.
Yeah.
Oh, I love this then. John's constructs are built from the inside out. You can look closely, you can see every nut and bolt that makes it work. Nothing he creates is hollow, with or without thinking. Gardner's ring is like a leaky faucet. Sparks always fly, even when he's just standing still. His willpower can't wait. All right, Kilowatt beats up. His ring is only one that makes a sound, like a cannon exploding. And then Kyle's sketching in his head. It's sharp as in the view, constantly being refined by his imagination. Kyle's never satisfied. He's an artist. For me, it's about precision. I love how each construct is different. Also, I gotta say, I love the detail about the 3D ring and logo.
Yeah.
And I do love Issa's idea that rookies have white circles, and they call them white circles.
Yeah, that's also good. Great idea for the mythology and that.
Yep, they blast at him and find in brightest day, in blackest night. Wait, I got the rings. Hold on.
I just have the aura ring that I usually wear, but substitute is a substitute.
Took me forever to find them, but I found them.
Yeah, I used to have a 3D printed version, but it broke and I lost it all the way. But so my Oula ring is gonna be a replaced substitute.
Ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, in brightest day, in blackest night. No evil shall escape our sight. Let those who worship evil's might beware of my power. Green Lantern light. And not only that, though, I got Star Sapphire. I've got Rage. I've got Avarice.
I need to order them over online because I don't think they're sold anywhere in Finland.
Hope. I've got Compassion. I've got Fear. I've got Death. And I've got Life.
Yeah. I need to order those online because I don't think they're sold anywhere in Finland.
Probably not. You probably have to go on eBay or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got those as these comics were coming out.
Yeah. Or
I
I used to have a 3D printed something that I was on some course.
and
like
also
in 2015, yeah, and Legion Ring, yeah.
And last one, Flash.
Yeah, Flash Ring. Yeah.
We had to do that. But yeah. So yeah, starts to, let's finish it up. Starts to win out, but then give up. You failed once. You'll fail again. Lay down and die. You're weak. You're scared. Give up now. Give up. I give up, damn you. I don't know how. Come on, guys. Hold the line. That all you got, Parallax? Enjoy the ride home, pal. I did. Damn. Brothers and sisters, it is time. You know, like I say, given how Geoff Johns' run ends, this is bittersweet. You know what I mean? Given how everything goes.
Yeah.
Gansett, it is time. Gansett, can you hear me? Time. Looks like he's breathing. You have all done well. Yeah, baby, that's the way the Lanterns do it. Hey, Gardner, what was all that talk about how you didn't miss the ring? I lied.
This is not enough to admit it.
Yep. Do you expect me to believe this? That you were influenced, possessed? Is that what Parallax was? An outside force that? I don't expect you to believe anything. And quite honestly, I don't care. So you're back. Is that a problem? Not right now, John. Is that a problem? Not right now, John. I suppose this universe needs a little more light anyway. He's right, isn't he? Yeah, he usually is. Yep, a little setup more with Hector. Stuff with Carol, as they're saying, like maybe we'll start a family. We could use a few good pilots. Appreciate the offer, but I got other plans. Take care of yourself, Hal. You too. Funny. What? You're not so cold anymore. So after all this, what's next? Next, I'm starting my life. Here we go. And grabbed it for you after you became, well, Parallax. Found in your locker at Ferris. Your power battery. You know, I still can't remember that damn oath. I'll never forget it. Brilliant still.
It is.
It is still one of the Geoff Johns' best. And Ethan's artwork really elevated this to be cinematic.
Yes.
I mean, Ivan Rice might have, but he wasn't there yet. Can we agree to that? Like he wasn't there yet. By this point, he was doing Chuck Austin's Action Comics run, so and which was good, but not this good.
Yeah, but way how Ethan's doing this is something that, as someone who I don't draw much anymore, but knowing how hard it is and knowing how much work it takes to master it, I feel obligated to salute him with this.
Exactly. You know, one detail I always found interesting is when Parallax ripped apart Hal here. This. It's like it's gory, but not gory.
It's like it's rubber.
Except for the teeth. It's the teeth that makes it creepy.
Also the teeth. It looks like it's rubber being ripped up instead of flesh. Because it lacks the finer details like blood vessels and
exactly.
And
which to be fair, makes sense. It's just a shell.
Yeah.
But still, this whole story, has been my goal.
Hal's body, it was the soul or representing of the soul.
Yes.
In some sort of corporeal form.
But like I said, this is where I always set the standard of if you're going to revitalize a character, this has been and always will be the gold standard.
Yeah. Especially also, I still need to bring it up. The whole scene with John defending Hal's honor from Batman, that is a panel that should be more used. About.
Yeah, telling him he just wasn't buying what you were selling. That was issue 2, I believe. But yeah, seriously, so much done in here. So much that was just good. No, wait. Let's go back. Come on, go back to issue 2. Yeah, there we go. Issue 2. Come on. Because I want to get to that bit, what you were talking about. So, but again, though, this it started an epic.
Yeah.
Let's admit that it started an epic. It at least got the ball rolling to bring back the core.
Yeah.
It didn't yet, but it started it.
Yeah.
No, it was issue 4. My bad. But yeah, I mean everything about it, how it redefined and reworked everything, revealing that the rings hurt when you use it.
Yeah.
Again, bringing Sinestro in.
Yeah.
Just so much about this. Having him being behind everything. Just so much. Tying it back into with because Hal was the Spectre for a good 4 years.
Yeah,
or thereabouts.
Long enough to have been Spectre in the JLA Avengers.
Exactly. That was right towards the end. But again, this. What else can be said? You have any other words to say about this?
Just salute it. Let's just salute it.
Exactly. It is sheer perfection. This is one of the most perfect comics. What flaws it have don't matter, do they?
No.
But yeah, so thank you so much for joining me on this one, Pika.
Oh.
And we'll see the rest of you guys on the next one.
And may your heart be your guiding key.